Hi everybody, Radical Gardener. How are you today? Today is Wednesday, February 16th, and a friend of mine who works at the healing center that I'm going to be starting at on Monday, she gave me a organic facial. Look how beautiful my skin looks. Thank you, Renee. So if you're ever in Flagler Beach or Palm Coast or St. Augustine, come and see her. She's amazing. She's really something else. She also does Thai massage and a bunch of other things. And she doesn't call it Thai massage because it's not intense like that. What was she calling it? Oh, well. Anyway, she's great. All right. So I can feel myself moving into the next chapter of what I'm going to be talking about and looking at, thinking about, and incorporating it in my work and my writing. And it's all about where sound really comes from. The primal, the originative. Where is that from? That's not from a music teacher. It's not from, something you read. It's not from some rap music. It's something old and primal and internal. And this book, The Spiritual Dimension of Music by R.J. Stewart, he really goes into the importance of eliminating noise pollution, just what music is in modern society. And he means classical. He means, we're going back a few hundred years. It's not just about now. But is that really the sound and the music that we want to be connected to? And I say, no, it's not. So I'm going to read a little bit here. It's jaw-dropping how deep of a thinker he is and the kind of research he did. He doesn't think like other people, which, I just love. So let me just get into that a little bit here. Okay, so this is chapter 3. He says, originative music, which is equivalent to primal music in both human consciousness and society, is physical and metaphysical, biological and psychological, material and spiritual. It is rooted in the unknown, yet utters forth its presence into the material world as sonic vibration. It also has the remarkable property, that's the word property, of re-arousing the unknown, the mysterious within the consciousness of the listener. So the more primal, the cleaner the connection, the purer the source, the more we will benefit from that, and it will literally unlock consciousness. It will unlock a subconsciousness. It will unlock parts of our maybe our DNA. Music is the key because it's frequency. And, it was the word. It was the word. It's what God started with. The presence of music in two worlds, the physical and the metaphysical, is an essential feature of our musical growth, both collectively and individually. So the metaphysical is an essential feature and physical of our musical growth, both collectively and individually. Yet it has disappeared in quite recent times, leaving music wholly in the realm of the material world, which is to say, the erroneous concept of a worldview bounded solely and rigidly by materialist fantasies. At one extreme, this imbalanced worldview generates the excesses of modern serious music, while at the other, it allows the blatant commercialism of popular product. It's got nothing to do with music. What we hear today, like people were talking about the halftime show, why I would ever watch the Super Bowl is beyond me, but and the halftime show, you can bet it's going to be the most, what's a word for it? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it just feels like nothing can be gained from listening to that kind of music. And rap, just the fact that you're really literally being yelled at. And believe me, I think Eminem is really good. I think that these guys have talent, but as far as it unlocking my subconscious, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so I don't feel like polluting my pathways. Not anymore. So, the ancient metaphysicians and magicians repeatedly taught that the actual physical emission of sound, particularly of selected frequencies and patterns, music, was a reflection of an inner spiritual reality. This inner reality has the potency of transformation, both personal and impersonal. If we are to use music today to change our consciousness, we must first rediscover this primal quality and then apply it within ourselves. As it has a physical expression, it may be transferred directly from consciousness to consciousness without lengthy interfaces of meditational symbolism or religious ceremony. The magician not only uses music to prove the existence of altered states of awareness of other dimensions and worlds, but also embeds this knowledge in musical sound, transferring it to whoever may listen. So why not, when you're driving around in the car or your home, why not just sing to yourself? And don't sing a song, just make something up. No words, la, 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 whistle. You know what I mean? See what comes through, see what happens, see how you feel. Sit and just do that. Sing yourself a lullaby. See if that may unlock something. It will at least connect you to your voice, which is so important. And especially if you've been wearing a mask, even more so, because you really haven't, you've been cutting off your sound, most of the day, which is horrific. Listening, hearing, and comprehending are related but different processes, and although we may hear or even listen to magical elements of music, we do not necessarily recognize or comprehend them in a crude sense. We find this stated in the music of television commercials and pop songs, where the actual banality has a soporific or stimulating effect upon our stereotypes of imagination. So it literally just dummies us down. The difference between conscious and unconscious listening runs far deeper than mere intellectual dissection. Paying attention to what you're listening to. Do you go in a grocery store and there's just music playing and you tune it out? I don't. I can't, I instantly hear what it is and I can't tune it out. So, it's important you don't tune it out. It's important that you hear what it is and, kind of in your brain cancel and say, this isn't what I need, right? But just to blindly let all of this noise in, this pollution in, isn't going to do anybody any good. One of the aims of our study of music and changing consciousness is to reveal exactly what our ears are hearing, to bridge the conscious gap between inner and outer music, between expression and imagination, and most important of all, between the energies inherent in musical patterns and the corresponding but isolated energies of our combined psychic and physical expressions. That's a mouthful. What is he saying there? There's, I know from, working in therapeutic sound that I would, sometimes a lot of it was intentional, but when I got onto the triads, something happened. And that's three notes being played together. And Pythagoras talks about too the magic of the triads. And that unlocked something. So I feel, all the healing music that I composed has some value. But those triads, that was something really special. Why is music so magical? Why are the most profound spiritual revelations and modes of consciousness achieved traditionally through chant, while emitting and receiving certain musical patterns? The ancient and enduring answer is that music is an echo of the original impulse of divine creation. So when you think about, have you ever been in a powwow? I was in a powwow, and I didn't know I was going to be in a powwow. It was at the it was a reservation in Marysville, Washington. They have a casino up there. There's a tulip. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But they were a friend of mine who's Native American. He invited me, and so they got up and started pounding and chanting, and they were stomping their feet going around these tables. Oh my God. It was so powerful. It was tapping into this primal place that was just, it was overwhelming. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like when I work with the bowls, they have a very human element to them. They have this whoa, whoa, whoa kind of sound. That is primal. That's the beginning of it all. The closer you can get to that, I think the better off we are. And then allow music to come out of that in a very organic way. Okay. Superficially, this may appear to be a very orthodox and old-fashioned statement, yet our modern physicists have postulated several creation theories which are hardly different from the concept of primal breath or creative word found in magical, metaphysical, and religious beliefs the world over. Our present thesis, however, is not an orthodox religious one, and the musical psychological argument is not going to lead to any specific religious cult, church, or practice. It deals with mystical and vital themes that underpin all religions, all creative discoveries about reality, and all aspects of consciousness. That's how important it is. The key word spirit is derived from the concept of breath, and inspiration is still used as a direct reference to an influx of energy from some mysterious unknown source. Musical inspiration may be creative or receptive, active or passive. We may be inspired to make a piece of music or be inspired by the same work. The medium for transfer between these two poles, active and passive, or creative and receptive, is the element of air, through which our sound waves or musical patterns travel from source to ear. In metaphysical or alchemical music, remember, the elements are key: air, water, fire, earth. Where was I? In metaphysical or alchemical music, the outer physical air, acting as communicative transferring medium for vibrations, is the expression of a more subtle air, and of that same originative spirit that breathed forth all from the void. So sound coming from The original breath. Oh, don't you just love this stuff? I do. Anyways, I'm going to stop there. It's an awful lot to think about. For me, anyway. I love that you let me share all this weird stuff. Well, what are you going to do? You can't stop me. It's already recorded. Okay, so that's it. It was gorgeous out today. My house is just about done. Just have to hang curtains. All the artwork went up today, which was a lot of artwork. But it looks so cool. I can't wait to show you around. And I made dinner, and I'm going to go eat that now and hang out in my little pad all by myself with my kitty cats. Okay, you guys, Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. You know I'm sending you a ton of love. And I did plant bok choy yesterday. Okay, see you later. Bye.